It's in the upper 50s this morning in Brasstown. Feels delicious out there. It kind of in celebration of this first little cool off. The heat will be back. I think even by the end of the week we'll be back up in the upper 60s when we get up in the morning. But Matt and I are going to take a little walk, just a little short walk, and enjoy the coolness and the fresh morning out in the woods. I'm going to make us a little breakfast to take with us. Matt's going to build a fire and we're going to have some coffee, and I'm going to have some postum. But we had ham for supper last night and biscuits, and what else did we have? We had fried cabbage and green beans. So I'm going to take a little piece of the ham and make us up 2 biscuits so that we can take that with us and enjoy it out there. Be really easy and quick, and then all Matt will need to do is build a little fire to boil the water, which won't take no time. Just something fun to do, but a way to really enjoy this cool weather. Matt and I both, it's been so hot. He's always ready for it, and I usually am too, not so much because of the heat, ready for the cool off, but because of just being ready for the next season. I love all the seasons, and I'm glad I get to experience them here in the southern mountains of Appalachia. But I'm especially somehow ready for it this year. I think because it's just been so dry, So I got my little biscuits there. I just got a little bag to put them in. Could take something else, could take some apples or something. Could cut up an apple. But I remind myself, we said this was going to be simple, and then I start thinking, well, I could do this, I could do that. So if I don't watch it, I'll have turned it into something not simple. Oh, it's hard to resist a good apple. Should I cut us an apple, Matt, or not? Matt don't care. It's whatever I like. Maybe I'll do that. Okay, not the best knife for cutting apples, but it's the one I got, and I didn't want to dirty another one, so I just used it. This is a sugar bee apple. Sugar bee, if you've tried those, if you've not, you might want to try them. They're really, I like sweet apples, and I like really firm, crunchy apples, really crisp, and this is both sweet and crisp. So I've been really, found it, I think, last year, maybe last fall or something, and I've really been enjoying it. Okay, I think we're ready to start on our little walk.
Feels good out, huh?
Feels really nice.
Yeah, I like it.
Look at this big sawbriar, something you don't want to tangle with early in the morning, or any time of the day though. They hurt. Still dark and shady in the woods here. Even cooler than it was at our house too, of course, with the shade. Big white mushroom there glowing in the dimness. That's showing me a deer trail through there. Looks like a deer highway.
See, the other end of that trail I just showed you comes and drops off right here.
Lots of yellow root grows by our little creek. I pull this up, get some of the stuff off of it. You can see the root there, how yellow. It's used a lot for medicinal remedies, for like mouth sores, sore throat, those kind of things. Probably other things too. Most people make a tea out of it. One time I just chewed it up when I had really bad mouth ulcers right before me and Matt was about to get married. Pap went and got me some. And it did seem to help, but my goodness, it tastes horrible. It's terrible, terrible. But it grows everywhere here.
Bigger pieces out of there.
Well, that was a tasty breakfast. Always tastes better when it's outside. The ham biscuit was good. The apples was good. Postum was good. I put cream in my postum, so I brought some in a little jelly jar. I think Matt's coffee was good.
Oh yeah, it's got lots of ash in it, and I guess which makes it real good.
He used his little, what do you call that, a French press?
Yeah.
Which is really nice, pushes all the grounds out. It's so hot, I don't know how he was drinking it. I asked him in the beginning if it tasted good. He said, I don't know, it's too hot, I can't taste it.
I like it hot though.
Yeah, you do. Mine was hot, but it got cooled down by the cream, of course. So everything always tastes better when you're outside.
Yep.
We've made our way back to, we're basically just right below our house now, so we've made our way back home. Just took a little short hike, kind of made a big giant circle. And it was fun though.
Oh yeah, you ain't got to get far from home to have fun.
No, you don't. You just go out in your backyard.
Yeah.
Pap used to take my nephews, once a year he'd take them camping, and they wouldn't go very far. They'd just camp here, you know, go up in the woods, and it's always great memories.
Oh yeah.
I think he'd done that with Paul too when he was younger.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you don't have to go far to enjoy it. I mean, Matt, of course, is talking about how nice it'd be someday when we're taking grandboys with us.
Yeah. We'll be doing that before you know it.
I know, as fast as time goes by, we will. I love this cooler weather. It's going to heat back. It's not even that cool, actually, just in the upper 50s. So, and today you'll be up in the probably to 80, I'm sure.
Yeah, it'll be
so it's not like that it's really that cool, but it did feel nice yesterday and today, didn't it?
Yeah, it'll be in
Felt
the 80s.
Nice. Yeah.
But then toward the weekend it heats back up, back in the 90s.
But these first little tastes that you have, you know that it's coming. You know the cool down of fall is coming. So it's a good way to celebrate it today, to take a walk like that.
Yep.
And get us something good to eat in the process too.
Mm-hmm.
Food always does taste better outside, like I said. I don't know what it is, but it does. Even if you're just eating a bologna sandwich.
It's because you got a fire.
Yeah.
Fire makes it good.
The fire felt good. I was standing around it while Matt was letting it die down some. It felt really good. It's nice to do it right here by the creek too, because of course it's easy to get water to make sure you put it out before you leave. And although we are really dry, the creek is evidence of that if you can see it. I know it was so dark when we first started out. I'm not sure how my video will turn out until I get home and look at it. It may be too dark for you to see anything. But the creek is really down because it is so dry. But I was surprised when we got over here and Matt started fixing the little place for us. It was so damp under the leaves and stuff. It was, I guess, just all the, what do you call this, on the forest floor holds moisture.
It does.
And then being right by the creek, I'm sure the moisture helps. And I guess because of the creek here in Wilson Holler, we have really big dews. I mean, pretty much every day, the dew, even when it's not raining, you have a big dew of the morning, so all those things. But of course we will make sure we put it out. I was hoping you could, every time I walk up the creek, I'm always reminded, of course today, thinking about, you know, someday we'll be taking little boys with us anywhere we go, whether it's, you know, just in the yard or up the creek, but I'm always reminded of how, like the first times that I went up through there with Pap, and that a lot of times he let me ride on his back, and the way his feet felt as he stepped on the rocks and across the branches, or, you know, in the leaves or whatever. I wish I could somehow capture that and bottle it and sell it, the safety that you feel when you're in a place like that, like on your, you know, your parents holding you, or maybe sitting in your grandparents' lap or something like that. But I remember the surety of his footsteps. And it's always nice to be by the creek, isn't it, Matt?
Yeah, it is.
I have so many memories of the creek. I mean, it was just a constant in my life. And it still calls to me, but as an adult, I don't get to come and just linger in it or play in it like I used to.
You could.
I could.
You could just, everything that you really should be doing, just throw it down
Just
and
throw
come
it
down and play in
down.
the creek all day, like a child.
I would like that.
You just get muddy.
When one time years ago on the Blind Pig and the Acorn, I wrote about it, about the call of the creek, and how it, like Matt's saying, it would come at the most inopportune moments. Maybe I was washing dishes or about to cook supper, and of course I couldn't go play in the creek. I guess you want me to throw your supper down? You gonna change your mind?
No, I wasn't talking about my supper.
Yeah. Anyway, or way in the night, if there has been a lot of rain, way up in the middle of the night, and I can hear it, you know, can't hear it now because it's just not going again. But anyway, I wrote about that, and I remember Katie asked me, well, why did you quit answering the call to the creek? Because she has that same call, you know. And I said, well, because I got married and I had kids, and responsibilities and all those things. But has been a constant for most of all of my life living here in Wilson Holler. There's a prettiness to it even when it's low like this, because you can see all the rocks and things easy, and I guess there's a happy medium. Then sometimes if it's been heavy rain and it's really rushing and pushing along, you can't really see anything and you're worried about it doing flood, not right here, but maybe on down the road somewhere if it's flooding. So I guess there's a happy medium, but
I've never seen this creek out. Have you?
No, not in my lifetime. I never have.
Seen it high, and then after really, really big rains. And it just has never gotten out here since I've been here, and then you've been here longer than I have.
Yeah. We used to always worry when Steve and Kim first built their house, the one Corey and Austin's living in now, the creek kind of comes from behind it and then kind of makes a curve beside it and then comes back a little, just a little curve, not a big one. But the times, like Matt was saying, when it would get up, you know, after when they first lived there, the first time that happened or whatever, we all worried, like, is it going to wash away Steve and Kim's house? Is that a tree falling over there?
It's just something falling and hitting a dead limb.
Anyway, but it didn't. But it was because it was so near the proximity. We're way above it, so no worries for us or for Pap and Granny's house, but for them. And then Paul's house is right on the creek too, but you kind of thought, oh goodness, is it? But like Matt said, thankfully it never has got out of the banks. Might be roaring by and up to the tops of the bank, but never actually come out.
Creek must have moved some over the many years, because we tilling and plowing the garden, you turn up smooth washed rocks from, you know, especially with a turning plow. Lots and lots of rocks that you can tell's had water run over them at some point in time.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
the garden's full of them, yeah.
And it's, you know, the upper end of the garden is probably, I don't know, 20 or 25 yards away from the creek, and you still roll up those polished rust rocks up there. I'm not a, what do you call it? A
geologist.
Yeah, I don't know about all that stuff, but I know they've had water run on them.
Yeah,
I do know that.
Yeah, so either the creek was there or somebody spent a whole lot of time putting rocks over there.
Yeah, and we're spending a lot of time putting them back.
Yeah, we're trying to put them back, and have been for all of the times Pap's had a garden there. Yeah, trying to put them back. Well, we hope you enjoyed coming along with us on our, I guess this is a walk to celebrate the first little taste of fall as far as the cool temperatures. We're always glad when you stop by to help us celebrate Appalachia. That should be good. You gonna help me with it now?
No. Oh gosh.
Go see a little butterball.
Yeah, I gotta wash this stuff up and shake it out and put it up first.
Put the fire out.
Yep.